This is not your average kitchen trend list. No, this is something completely different than any other kitchen trend list you've ever seen. These are the real trends that you should be looking at if you want to have a kitchen that is going to last you into the next decade or 2 decades, or if you're planning to sell your home. A trend is the trajectory that things are moving in. What makes this list so different is that it's not items that are driven by industry insiders. In fact, it's the complete opposite. It's trends that are driven by you, the consumer. Because let's face it, it's the consumer that drives the industry. L-shaped kitchen layouts. The L shape is arguably the most functional kitchen layout as it lends itself to the kitchen triangle. Yes, that is still a thing. Kitchen triangle is an older concept, but it's still very valid, just a very useful way for us to think about how to function within a kitchen space. The reason I believe that L-shaped kitchens have been so popular and continue to be popular is because we are building homes that are conducive to that L-shaped design. And so for the last number of decades, homes have been built that fit an L-shaped kitchen very nicely. But along with that, we realized that working in that type of layout is very functional. And so consumers and designers alike are designing kitchens that fit into that kind of category more often than any other type of kitchen layout that's out there. And don't mishear me, I'm not saying that other kitchen layout types aren't functional or aren't even as good. I'm just saying that the trend is L-shaped kitchens are the most popular. And so if you're going to put a kitchen in your home, an L-shaped kitchen is going to take you the distance. Large islands. Islands are nothing new in the kitchen. They've been around for as long as we've had kitchens. It's just something that everybody wants to put in. But more and more consumers are going with bigger and bigger islands in their new renovations. We realize that the amount of functionality we get from an island is twofold. We get a lot of storage and we get a lot of work surface. And so the bigger the island, the more work surface and the more storage or usability with those cabinets that there is. And that's what drives the second half of this trend, is that more and more people are still opting to take out walls and to expand their space to make their kitchens bigger so that they can have large islands. There's a lot of talk about how open concept kitchens are a thing of the past and that people want to have or value that space of having a separated kitchen. And although that idea is starting to gain traction, it's still nowhere near the trend. Consumers are still opening up walls, making spaces bigger to facilitate larger islands and to facilitate kitchens that incorporate more of the home. It's not always the correct choice. It's not always the best choice. It may be an option for you if that's what you're looking to do in your next kitchen renovation, is I'd like to have a bigger island, and maybe you should be looking at some walls and whether or not they can come out, or is it worth them coming down? Dedicated charging options. It's a no-brainer that we are laden with technology that needs to be charged. And normally what happens is we find a plug in our kitchen, we put in that charger, we lay it on the countertop, and away we go. And before you know it, we have 3 or 4 items laying around being charged all the time. Well, consumers are looking to have dedicated charging stations built into their kitchen spaces. Now, whether it's within a drawer or some type of countertop unit that is, stylish and looks kind of cool or whatever, you can put your phone on, you can put your watch on, you can put whatever, your iPad or your things that you're charging, your buds, or what do you charge? Just about everything these days. Whether or not it's as simple as just an integrated outlet that has a USB port or a dedicated drawer or some other type of cabinet used for charging your technology. If you're interested in the drawer solution or other types of charging options, there's a bunch of links in the description below. They are affiliate links, but you can check them out if you want, if you're interested in something like that. Tech integrated appliances are not going anywhere. You might be sick of hearing about smart appliances, or you might be really interested in having smart appliances. There seems to be 2 kinds of opinions on that. The truth is, technology in appliances is a huge industry that's really, really rolling, and it's only going to increase in the future. One of the technologies that companies are trying to get into the mainstream are refrigerators that have a built-in power supply, or ovens and stoves and ranges and hobs that understand that they've been turned on accidentally. It's a trend we can't escape. It's only going to ramp up in the future. That doesn't mean you have to jump on board, but eventually your only option for an appliance is going to be a smart appliance. Now, you don't have to hook it up to your phone. You don't have to hook it up to any kind of app, but the type of technology I'm talking about are the ones that are going to make your kitchen safer for use for you for years to come. If you're getting value out of this video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other people see it. Better storage. Well, better storage or maximizing storage is nothing new. We've wanted that in our kitchen since day one. We always want to take the space and maximize it. Consumers are more and more saying, hey, we want the best use of our kitchen as possible. The kitchen is a big purchase. You're spending a lot of money for cabinets and to install them and to have it looking the way you want it and to be as functional as it can be. And you want to use all that space to the max. And sometimes we think of our cabinets as shipping containers. We need like an engineer's brain just to kind of get everything in there. And that's not how we use cabinets per se. We do want to maximize the storage, but there has to be a way for us to maximize the storage where we don't have to cram everything in there and not be able to access anything in behind, or things are falling out on us when we open doors. Better storage is really important. Whether it's in the form of a corner unit that lifts up, or a Lazy Susan, or a magic corner in your blind corner base, or pullouts in your pantry, or pull down wall cabinets that are easy to access for people who have some accessibility issues, or anybody because wall cabinets are so high. All of these things are very important and should be the focal point of kitchens going forward. And what has happened in the past, because I know from personal experience, we want to have a kitchen that looks good. Then when it gets to all the functionality, nitty-gritty stuff, well, we've run out of money because we've got a kitchen that is a particular style, that's a particular door and paint color and wood choice and countertop, and that blows the budget. And now we don't have any money left, or the budget's gone for us to put in the items inside the kitchen, the stuff that you don't see, that's really important and that really makes the use of the kitchen that much better. So we have to be thinking of, going forward, designing kitchens with that in mind first, and then dealing with the exterior. Because the exterior, although important and although it needs to be high quality and gonna last a long time, if you don't have a functioning kitchen, it's sort of for nothing. It'll never be not trendy to have really functional storage, guaranteed. Easy to clean surfaces. Now, it's not like we were looking for hard to clean surfaces, I know. You know, you never go to your designer and be like, listen, I want the hardest to clean surface possible, just give me that. We've been looking for easy to clean surfaces, but the number one choice when determining the type of countertop to pick is normally whether it's heat resistant or stain resistant or how impact resistant it is. It's usually not how easy it is to clean. Though it's on the list, now that is the number one top of the list for consumers. Now, this may be something that the pandemic has driven and something that is more and more on people's minds about cleaning and sanitizing. However, it is a trend that is now kind of been set in stone in consumers' minds, and in the way we go through life now, we're always kind of thinking about sanitizing everything from our hands to our surfaces to everything we touch. So we want our surfaces to be able to be cleaned easily. What is the easiest surface to clean? Well, it's the surface that has the least amount of porosity, meaning there's no penetration of water, and so bacteria and germs and viruses have a harder time establishing themselves on those surfaces, and thus can be easily wiped up and cleaned. Many believe this to be quartz countertop because of its antimicrobial properties. However, there's other surfaces that are easier to clean or maybe better to clean, such as a vitrified porcelain surface or some kind of ultra compact stone. Not all countertops are created equal, but having something that's ultra compact that has very low porosity is something that consumers are going to be putting in their homes. And what can I clean it with? Am I going to damage it if I use bleach on it? Do you clean with bleach? I don't know. Are you going to damage it if you use some kind of harsh chemical on it? We all use different things to clean, and we want to make sure that whatever it is we're using isn't going to destroy our countertop. So having something that can withstand our cleaners and also is just super easy to wipe up is very, very, very important. Crossover function. What's that mean? It means that your kitchen is not only used for cooking your meals, but your kids might be doing their homework there, or you might be having a Zoom meeting there. More and more people are working from home. More and more kids are being homeschooled. More and more stuff is happening in the kitchen space, especially if it's that open concept we're talking about. And this is also where individual style and creativity can really shine, because you're able to design or integrate something into your kitchen space that is a reflection of your tastes and your styles and what you like. And that is something that we all should be thinking about. This is the real list of kitchen trends that will take your kitchen into the future and ensure that it remains not only trendy, but functional. Consider subscribing. Thanks for watching. Regardless, check out this video.